Overthinking is a silent enemy. It doesn't shout. It doesn't break the door down. It sneaks into your mind quietly and steals your peace, your sleep, your confidence, your future. One small thought becomes a storm. One tiny worry becomes 100 what-ifs. You replay the same moment again and again until your mind is exhausted, but nothing changes. You worry about things that already happened. You stress about things that might happen. You create problems that don't even exist. Overthinking feels like being stuck in your own head with no exit. But here is the truth. Your mind is powerful, but you are the one in control. Not your fears, not your doubts, not your past. You control the thoughts you feed. Overthinking begins when you believe that thinking more equals solving more. But thinking is not the same as solving. Thinking is endless. Solving is intentional. And the moment you understand this, your entire life changes. There was a time when you let every thought control you. A memory pops up, gives you overthink. A message is seen but not replied, gives you overthink. A small mistake gives you overthink. A change in someone's tone gives you overthink. Your brain became a battlefield. You felt tired even when you didn't do anything. Your mind was running and running with no destination. But one day, something clicked. You realized thinking more didn't fix your life, it made it worse. You realized 99% of your worries never happened. You realized the thoughts you feared were just thoughts, not reality. So you made a decision. You would take your mind back. You started with the simplest step. You caught the thought. As soon as your mind said what if, you paused. Notice it. Name it. Challenge it. Is this real? Is this true? Is this helpful? Most of the time, the answer was no. The thought was just fear wearing a mask. The next step was action. You realized action kills overthinking. Moving your body breaks the thought loop. Taking small steps replaces questions with progress. You stopped analyzing and started doing. You wrote things down instead of letting them spin in your head. You asked yourself, can I control this? If yes gives, take action. If no gives, release it. That one question changed everything. Because overthinking is trying to control things that are outside your control. People's opinions, the future, the past, the outcome, the reaction. You let go, not instantly, not perfectly, but daily. You started living in the present moment, not in yesterday's regrets, not in tomorrow's fears, but here, now. And suddenly your mind felt lighter. You slept better. You breathed deeper. You smiled easier. People started to notice. They asked, why do you seem calmer? Why do you look more at peace? But they didn't see the inner work. They didn't see the nights you fought your thoughts. They didn't see the mental battles you won alone. They didn't see the strength it took to let go of what you cannot control. But that strength made you someone new, someone grounded, someone calm, someone unshaken. You learned that your mind is not your enemy. Your thoughts are not facts. And you don't have to attend every mental argument your brain invites you to. You learned that overthinking is not a personality, it's a habit, and habits can be changed. You don't escape overthinking by thinking harder. You escape it by thinking differently, by choosing presence over fear, by choosing clarity over noise, by choosing action over paralysis, by choosing peace over chaos. And if you are watching this right now, listening to these words, there is something you must know. You are not broken. You are not weak. You are not doomed to think this way forever. You are simply someone whose mind became too loud, and now you are learning to turn the volume down. That is power. That is growth. That is healing. And with every day you practice, you become stronger. You become calmer. You become clearer. You become someone who controls their mind, not someone controlled by it. So breathe, take a step, feel the ground beneath your feet. Return to this moment. This is where life happens. Not in the thoughts you fear, in the actions you take, in the peace you choose. Today is the day you stop overthinking. Today is the day your mind becomes your ally. Today is the day you take your power back.